Well, hi. Some of you might recognize this camera. This is my all-time favorite Revuflex SD1. It's an old camera from my granddad, and unfortunately the wide-angle lens of this thing has crapped out. Mostly because I dropped it and the optics were just kinked. You couldn't move it, it was all bent, and I think even an element cracked. So, you know, bad luck there. I found a new one on eBay for 25 euros, so why not? The only problem is this isn't adjusted properly. I guess they did it like for every camera, they adjusted the lens, and when you put this one to infinity, then infinity wouldn't be in focus. It will be like maybe 5 meters apart will be in focus, but not infinity. And I tried moving it further out, which wouldn't be a problem. The screw fit, just, you know, put a washer in between or something, move it out. But that made it worse. So it seems like we need to get the lens closer to the focusing screen, or the film for that matter. And to do that, I've had several ideas, and I think only one is going to work. So let's have a look at this. So the first idea I got was to machine this register surface here down. So basically take a face cut along here to thinnen this a little bit and to get the lens closer in. But of course that would result in the lens screwing further in, and then you wouldn't have your controls visible. So basically when you screw it normally in, then the red arrow here would be up top, and when you machine the boss at the back off, then it will go further and you'll maybe end up with something like this. So that was not an option. Now when you've taken the boss here off, then you have two surfaces that you can basically machine down. That will be number one, this here inside on the lens itself, then here the inside ring of this, so it can seat down further. Now I think that's quite logic that we are not going to machine this, because we don't want chips flying into this lens. So we're going to chuck this up and see if we can get this properly machined down. Now when I'm chucking on this, I need to bear in mind that first I'm chucking on the inside, so I need to untighten it to tighten and tighten it to untighten basically. Then this is a very thin ring and it's out of aluminium, so you want to be extra careful, and also you want to check that you're lying flat against the register surface. Just a little bit of tension should do the trick. And also we're going to use the lowest speed that there is, just so that if anything goes wrong, I've got more time to react. Because when something goes wrong, then I'm in serious trouble. Alright, I'm going to be doing this off camera, but basically what I'm doing is taking the ring, screwing it into the mount here. And I'm not screwing anything down, but I'm just putting the lens into the register, and with that I'll focus onto something which I know is definitely more than, say, 15 meters or 20 meters apart, and that will give me an idea of how far I am, because I don't want to go too far and have it all spoiled. So now basically all we do is screw it out, repeat process, bore it out, and then screw it back in, check it. Alright, the register is machined to where I need it. It's now perfectly in focus. So let's get this mirror clean in here and then reassemble the entire unit. You know what, I'm going to do this off camera, there's far too much fiddling, I'm sorry. Alright, the lens is back together again, and no one will be able to tell the difference. Screws on just like any old lens, works like any old lens. Perfect, thank you for watching.